Hey, welcome back. It's Wednesday. We usually try to do these on Monday, but it's been a real busy week. And I just appreciate y'all bearing with us until we could update this. I promised you last week that we were starting a short week because last week was Labor Day and we were off Monday. Had Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to try some cases. And our trial roster came out. It was 10. The first one on there was John Fulmore. He ended up pleading guilty when the case was called for trial. He was first up. It was a Myrtle Beach police case, and it was a domestic violence case. He got 9 years on the domestic violence and 9 years on the assault. So that's John Fulmore. That was first up. Anthony Simmons, Jr., he was up there for attempted murder and looks like a drug charge and a use of a gun charge, and he was sentenced to 8 years on those charges. That was Anthony Simmons, attempted murder, possession, it looks like a PWID type drug case. And the next case on here, once that pled, we had Malcolm Pack, and that was tearing out malicious injury to personal property. It would be sort of like vandalism, but the amount in question was a lot. He was given, it was over 10,000, so whatever he vandalized, he tore it up. He was given 2 years, suspended to 5 years probation, and to pay restitution. So he's got to repay on the penalty of death. When you get those split sentences, the 2 years suspended means if you violate the probation, if you don't pay the person back, you get 2 years in prison. So that's what that means, and that is that's what the judge sentenced Malcolm Pack to. It goes on down the list. All of them ended up pleading last week. So this week we've already started with trials. The first case up this week ended up pleading guilty. That was a attempted murder case. And what you'll see on all of these is depending, every case is a little bit different, but the judge in this case sentenced him to 15 years. I was trying to pull that up for you real quick. Tennessee guy. He is from Tennessee. His wife came down here. They were splitting up. His name is Jeffrey Allen Branham, 63, of Knoxville. So she comes down here, and I don't know how he found her here, but he finds her here, and he shoots her, and he pled once the case was called to trial. He was looking at up to 20 years. There was no recommendation, but the judge sentenced him to 15 years for the charge. So that is a non-parolable offense, and Branham he's 63 years old, and he's got to serve 15 years. Also, 20 minutes ago, we got the next case ready for trial. Her name is Leisha Ann Smith. She is from Conway. She's 36 years old, and she pled guilty to 2 counts of criminal sexual conduct with a minor and received 20 years on each count. Now, what you would generally call that is statutory rape, but criminal sexual conduct with a minor means that the child is above the age of 11 but not yet 14. And then, of course, when you hear about criminal sexual conduct in the 3rd degree or the lesser degree, that means that the child has reached the age of 14 but has not reached the age of 16. So it's all tiered. And then, of course, the one that carries up to 30 is if the child is less than 11 years old. So if you sexually assaulted, penetrated a 5-year-old, a 6-year-old, you're facing up to 30 years. She was facing up to 20 years for this. She got the maximum of 20 years, so the judge gave her as much as he could on that. There are co-defendants in this case, so there's not a lot that I'm going to be able to tell you about it. The co-defendant's case is still pending. We'll be able to update you once that person goes to trial or ends up pleading guilty or whatever happens with that case. But that is a recap of the cases that have gone on the last 2 weeks. We are just at Wednesday, so we'll have more cases, but we needed to get the video out. And if anything of any substance comes up, we will let you know about it by press release first, and then we'll try to catch you up with additional information on the video later. Y'all have a great week.